Oh shit, we're live. We're live. Hello, everybody. Um, for those of you who are watching right now, this is not the Birdman, and that is not the Birdman. The
Nope.
Birdman is in the middle of doing something right now, so he is going to be absent for the first part of this broadcast. Hopefully.
Hopefully, it's not the whole thing.
Um, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, as they say in show business, the show must go on. Hello, baby. I don't know how he show you how to pull comments in and stuff.
Nope.
No. Awesome. Okay. Well, we
Yes,
will.
he didn't show me, but I can see how I can do it. So it's okay.
So
He
it
does
tells
it.
you on the screen.
Yeah,
Awesome. I
this
guess
is a learning
for
experience. So
education doesn't
if
have
this is the normal Birdman show, guys, I'm terribly sorry. It's a first time thing, so we're gonna figure this out together.
All right. So what we are doing this week is we are talking about the oh wait, I'm sorry. Fall down. It go boom. Um just because he's not here doesn't mean that we don't have to do it. So all you guys out there that are watching, do it with me one time. All right.
I'll do the call for you.
Okay. All right. Here we go. What we're talking about this week is we are talking about the rise and fall of Ruby Frankie, which was known as the Momfluencer. If you guys don't know who she is, that's probably a good thing because you weren't one of her 2.5 million subscribers. If you guys do know who she is, that still doesn't necessarily mean that you were one of her subscribers, just that you heard the story about what she did and how everything transpired out in Utah. So, you got something, sis? Nope. All right. What we're going to do, you can go ahead and take the Birdman off now. All right. What we're going to do right now is I'm going to give you guys a backstory on Ruby Frankie and this here Jodi Hildebrandt. It all started back in 1980. No, wait, no. She was born in 1980. She's only a couple years older than you, sis. Could you imagine yourself doing this shit?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what this lady did. Never heard of her. But from what I'm reading, I no,
Okay. All right. So
no, not at all.
Ruby Frankie was born January 18th, 1982. She is an American former family vlogger who ran the defunct. If you don't know what defunct means, it means that it no longer exists because of what she did. The defunct YouTube channel called 8 Passengers. On August 30th, 2023, Ruby Frankie and Jodi Hildebrandt were arrested in Washington County, Utah, and charged with 6 counts of aggravated child abuse on 2 of Frankie's children. Under Utah law, only 4 counts can be 4 counts is the max that they can be charged. So 2 of those counts had to be thrown out. She pled guilty and was sentenced to serve between 4 and 30 years. I guess it all depends on good behavior. No, the bitch needs to serve all 30 years.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, but for some stuff like that, there should not be no getting out on good behavior. Like you literally, like the stuff that you did, no, there should be no good behavior.
All right. So now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. In 2015, she started her YouTube channel called 8 Passengers, and she amassed 2.5 million subscribers, which I want to say it was eight. No, 1 billion views. So she did this Monday through Friday at 6:30 or 6 a.m. every week. And she told people how to take care of their kids. I'm sorry, what? You've got this chick who is doing this to their kids, telling other people how to take care of their kids. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to take a hard pass on this one. Beginning in 2020, when one of the Frankie children said that he had been banned from his bedroom and made to sleep on a beanbag for 7 months, viewers became concerned about the mother's disciplinary methods, which also included withholding food, sending a child to a wilderness camp for troubled teens, threatening to behead a stuffed toy, and telling two of her children that Santa Claus would not be bringing them anything for Christmas that year because they were too numb to respond to other punishments. So, as you can tell, this was in 2020. This was in 2020 whenever all of this was said on her YouTube channel. Um, some of the concerned mothers actually started a petition, and I can't remember how many signatures they actually got, but they got thousands, tens of thousands of signatures to get Ruby's show shut down. And once they started seeing that there was turmoil, she started going on less and less. So she went from going on Monday through Friday religiously to going on once or twice a week to once every 2 or 3 weeks to once a month because she was getting negativity from all of her subscribers and she didn't feel like hey, it may be green, but it's not a green screen. I can still see you.
So I wanna add to what you said. So you were talking about how as of June 2020 that she had the 2.5 million subscribers. But just think of she got all of that in a span of 5 years because she started it in 2015.
Right.
Like, in 5 years to get all of that with the 1 billion views is that's just and to think of what she was doing behind the scenes.
Exactly. Just so everybody knows, the green ghost, the green goblin that traveled behind Desi over there, that wasn't the Birdman. Incognito. To be a fly on the wall. Oh, you want me to carry on? Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was giving you information that needed to be talked about, or if it was all secretive since you muted your mic'd your mute. All right, but some of the other things that she was doing. Oh no, no, no. That's after they got arrested. Scratch that. Rewind. Hello, Alicia Faye, and hello, Carrie Mama Bear. Um, so this thing's jump. See, I didn't do I did my research on it, but I didn't carry any notes because, you know, Birdman's the one that usually carries the show, and I'm just the beautiful, sexy co-host in shit. And I had my notes in my head from what I had gone through, and then he told me this, and then now I got to have stuff to read off, and it's just the pressure. It's just getting to me. All right, so no, see that's too far out. All right, personal life. Let's see here what we got. We've got it really doesn't give all that much information. Alright, because it doesn't even give on here the information of where her and Jodi Hildebrandt started a company, or Jodi Hildebrandt started the company. She was supposed to be her and Kevin's marriage counselor, but her and Jodi, uh, Judy was going to Jodi's. You better hurry the hell up and get back in here because it's going to be like a 30-minute damn show.
Buy you some time. Okay, he said buy him some time. He was telling me, sorry, he was telling me how to put the commercials in.
Okay.
So I can know how to do that. Okay. So let's see. Like I said, I haven't done research on this topic, you guys, because I didn't know I was going to be doing this. So I'm trying to read through everything as we're, doing this show. But everything I'm reading, I'm pretty sure Ace has already covered.
Right. Well, what I was going to say was in 2022, the Frankie separated and Kevin moved out of the house. Ruby deleted the YouTube channel and began working as a mental health coach at Connections, a company run
Is that
by Jodi Hildebrandt. What?
Is that how you say that? Connections?
Yes, Connections.
Okay.
Yes.
Spelled weird.
Well, it's Connections.
I mean, we're gonna go with it.
The green curtain. Go ahead and pull that one up.
I did.
All right. And she became a counselor. I began working in a company ran by Jodi Hildebrandt as a counselor. They launched a new video channel together called Connection in 2022 and created a joint Instagram account called Moms of Truth, offering parenting classes. Neighbors and the Frankie's oldest daughter, a college student, called authorities to check on the latter's siblings after observing that their mother often left the children home alone. Yeah, that's it. They left them home alone. It says left the children alone at home. And for whatever reason, I went all Macaulay Culkin on you guys. So she's got 6 children. 2 of them are out of the house and in college. I'm not sure where the other 2 were that were not at home, or that were at home, just maybe. Okay.
I'm looking to see if I can find anything either, but
I'm thinking that the 2 middle children, there were 2 daughters. So it was said that they were found at a friend's house after just leaving a rec center. They were at the rec center whenever their mom got arrested, and they had left the rec center and gone to, I don't remember whose house it said that they went to. See, like I said, I had information up here. Now it's all jumbled around and shit because Birdman put me on the spot.
Yeah, he has a tendency to do that. It was because I do vaguely remember seeing on the TV one time a story about this where they had actually went to a friend's house to ask about the
Okay. All right. So before we get into much anything else, we're going to go ahead and
kids.
take a commercial break. He did show you how to do that, right?
He did, but we have like whatever, a few seconds, but it's okay.
Holy shit, we've only been on for 16 minutes.
19.
Well, we've been live for 19, but there was a 3-minute countdown. So I apologize.
So we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break.
Yes.
Yes. And we will be right back.
Hi, I'm going to tell you about Dubby Energy.
All right. So technical difficulties, but we made it. I'm
I'm not
learning.
sure if it's
It's all
technical
right.
difficulties or operator error.
It was operator error. It totally was.
Yeah, because Alicia's out there in the audience. I still see you.
Anyways, um, yeah, I have not been able to see in anything that I have read as to where the other kids were.
But now, I believe it was a news story that I watched that gave me that information. But we're going to go ahead and get into the details on what she actually did to these kids. Um, with what was his name? Was his name Kevin? Home Alone, Kevin. You know, not funny. I'll just sit over here and laugh to myself. Hey, thank y'all for joining the shit show, because we have come over and like taken over uh your platform, because that's what this is going to turn out to be if the Birdman don't get that damn car fixed within the next 15 minutes. Yes, I totally threw him under the bus on this one. He is spending his time outside with his brother working on his car instead of in here with us. Talk about poor time management. I swear, I swear. All right. But yes, we are going to get into I mean, we could continue sitting here talking about everything that Ruby Frankie did and what Jodi Hildebrandt did, as until we're blue in the face. Prior to them being busted. I am totally, see, I'm totally he's got me all sorts of bungled right now. I'm trying to think of shit and can't think of it. It's like here, see, I'm taking over the show now. This ain't even the damn Birdman show anymore. This is this fucking Ace Horse show. Like the other day at work, I had somebody ask me a question real quick. I ordered a spud wrench, and my spud wrench came in, and everybody said, "You know what that's going to be used for?" And I was like, "What? Murder?" I was like, "No, you can't fucking say that." I was like, "Do you know why I got this?" And they're like, "Murder." I'm like, "No." I said, "I got it because the diffusers that go on the tub, I use it to tighten it down with so that it doesn't leave marks on it. Because whenever I use my uh the clampy things, yeah, my channel locks, I couldn't think of fucking channel locks because she put me on the spot saying that they were for murder. Anyway, back to the case. Um, so I don't even think it says what the names of the kids were. It just says after Frankie's 12-year-old son, who appeared emaciated and had open wounds and duct tape around the extremities, had climbed through a window of Hildebrandt's house and asked at a neighboring house for food and water. Emergency services found Frankie's 10-year-old daughter in the house, also malnourished. Both children were taken to the hospital, where the boy was treated for severe malnourishment and deep lacerations from being tied up with a rope. A search of the house found evidence consistent with the markings on the 12-year-old, and the Utah Division of Child and Family Services took the boy and the girl and two more of Frankie's children into custody. Police later reported that, according to the boy, cayenne pepper and honey were used or had been used to dress his wounds. So they were putting cayenne pepper and honey on his wounds and then wrapping them with the bus rolled over him. Yes. And then, are you frozen? Oh, okay. And then wrapping his wounds with duct tape. There was at one point she had forced him to sleep outside in the wilderness, and he finally got up enough courage to take off one night. And whenever they found out that he was gone, Hildebrandt went one way, Frankie went the other, and they saw him walking down the highway. Whenever he's seen the car pull over, he was shocked to see Ruby get out of the car and come and get him.
Hey, Ace,
Yes.
I might interrupt you for a minute.
Okay.
He says, please do. So I found a video, and I'm going to share a couple of minutes of this video.
Absolutely.
He's like, please. So I'm going to share a couple minutes of this video that I found that just kind of shows the beginning of it. I'm going. Anyways, it's going to show a couple of minutes of what actually happened in the very beginning.
We need volume. There's no volume.
The arrests and convictions of former mom influencer and vlogger Ruby Frankie, as well as her business partner Jodi Hildebrandt, continue to make headlines across the nation. The two have been behind bars since August, after Frankie's 12-year-old son escaped through a window of what some would refer to as a house of hell and went to a nearby home asking for help. The young boy, who we are referring to as RF, can be seen visibly thin, with the shirt he's wearing draped over his body. He has no shoes, only in his socks, and can be heard asking the homeowner, "Can you take me to the police station?"
Yes. Hi, I was just wondering if you could do 2 favors. Well, what are they? Taking me to the nearest police station. Well, actually, just one's fine. What's going on, son? Have a seat there. It's personal business. Have a seat. What's your name? How'd you get here?
The house RF escaped from was hundreds of miles away from his family's home in northern Utah. The man who called 911 to help RF said the home he escaped from actually belonged to Jodi Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt's neighbor then can be heard making an emotional plea to a 911 dispatcher.
We know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty. And he asked us to call the police. So he's very afraid. This kid has obviously been, I think he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds. We need the cops here as soon as possible.
Police and EMTs respond to the scene, where they are seen treating RF inside an ambulance.
Who put the ropes up?
Okay, so that just gives you a little bit of a detail of what these kids went through, of how that guy, how that guy found him when he showed up to his house. Sorry, multiple things again.
Oh, carry on, host.
Squirrel.
God, no.
Yeah.
Is he standing right there?
Yes.
If he's standing right there, why is he not sitting where you are instead of standing there telling you what to do?
Because it's the Birdman, and this is the Birdman show, so we do whatever the Birdman says, and that's what he says to do.
Hey, jackass, sit down.
He said, hey, jackass, sit down. That's what he said. No, we really need his car working, because only having one car right now, it's just not. That's for the birds.
Okay, but if he's inside, how is he helping fix the car?
They had to go get another part. Okay, so anyways, so let's get in, as you started, let's get into what she actually did to these kids.
Okay. What she had done to these kids. Obviously, she neglected to feed them, because they're referring to the boy as R. They refer to the girl as E. So whenever they found E, she was very withdrawn. She wouldn't respond to them. You're a dumbass.
He acts like he's not going to be able to be seen that way. I don't.
No,
Yeah.
he wants to be seen, just not in front of the fucking camera.
Yeah.
But the only way that E would respond to them is if my heart is bleeding for them. I camper
I
can't
think she meant can't.
see how anyone could abuse a child. I camper how anybody could do that either.
Would you like me to talk for a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. I know you're probably getting tired of it, so I was just going to continue where you were where you were leaving off.
Absolutely.
Okay. Put this back on now that he's not in my other ear. Okay, so the neighbor's witness account details how the boy, and like Ace said, identified as R, had said he needed a favor and asked to be taken to the nearest police station. After which the neighbor contacted 911 and noted duct tape around the child's ankles and wrists. The boy was taken by first responders to a hospital where, quote, he was placed on a medical hold due to his deep lacerations from being tied up with rope and from his malnourishment, end quote. That's according to her arrest record. Okay. So responding officers then conducted a search of Hildebrandt's home where they found Frankie's 9-year-old daughter, quote, petrified and hiding in a closet, unquote, also malnourished, according to the Washington County Attorney's Office. Okay, so this lady not only, like, I don't know, I haven't read enough, and Ace, if you know, maybe you can fill it in. I don't know if there was abuse to all of her kids or if it was just these two.
There was abuse to all of them, just not to the severity that the youngest two received. Because they in the show that I watched, it actually had her oldest daughter testifying, saying that she had received discipline from her mom that was unorthodox whenever she was still in the house. But when she turned 18, she couldn't get out of the house fast enough. The only regret that she had was to leave her siblings behind.
Okay. So they also found Frankie's handwritten journal,
Now,
of which a redacted version was also released. It outlines months of abuse inflicted on the children, including making the children stand and sleep outdoors, making them do wall sits, shaving the girl's head, and at times withholding water, food, or oxygen. Okay, I don't know about anybody else, but if I get a coughing fit hard enough that I stop breathing, I feel like I'm literally about to die. Like, I could only imagine how these kids felt. Like, and I mean literal kids. You know, they were what, not 9 was one of them?
9 was the little girl, 12 was the youngest boy.
Yeah, that's just I don't understand. I do not. She writes in one entry dated July 11th, 2023. Okay, so what was that? 3 years after? Because 3
Yes.
years. Because it was 2020 was when she hit her big thing on her YouTube page.
Yes.
She wrote, R was told to stand in the sun with his sun hat. He is defiant. No. I tell him a couple more times, R, or should I say, His demon stays in the shade. In another entry, she says, I told R that he needs God. I invited him to fast and pray. Satanic choices led one to becoming destitute, even in the most affluential homes. Like, I'm pretty sure this chick needs some medical help. Like, she needs, and when I say medical, I mean mental, medical, physical, like, she needs it all.
Well, we'll get into that later
Well,
on
I'm
in the
not going
show.
that far. That's why I'm just throwing that out.
Right. I have thoughts. They don't
That's
happen very often, but I have thoughts.
it. I just don't. I understand kids can be defiant. Okay, they're kids. They're kids. But how are you, like Carrie said, right there, more religious shit from mother to child? How can you sit there and tell your child, oh, there's a demon inside of you? No, you're just a horrible parent. No, I don't. She fully believed that the abuse that they inflicted was necessary to teach the children how to properly repent for imagined sins and to cast the evil spirits out of their bodies. The attorney's officer wrote in their case summary. And then a detailed incident report in the case noted that the father of the two children, Kevin, who said he was married to Ruby but separated, had been unaware they were living with Hildebrandt and had not spoken, with them or seen them in a year.
And that's what I don't understand.
Like,
you're the father of these 4 children. And the hell was that?
it's
You're the father of these 4 children, and you have not 4 minor children. Let me reiterate my statement. 4 minor children, and you have not had any contact with them for over a year. Not checking on their well-being,
mm-mm.
unaware of to what hell they have had to endure. And
I don't know why it's still doing that.
and whenever he was brought in for questioning, at first,
He's coming to fix it so it'll stop coming through everything because I don't know how to do it.
hey y'all, the green.
That's the Green Goblin. They clearly can't walk. Anytime you're
Okay, but I'm not saying I was the best father in the world. Yeah, the green man is back. But all I'm saying is if you have access to check on your children and you don't, whether they deemed him as not being a suspect or not, he, for all intents and purposes, is just as guilty as Ruby for not standing up for those children. Whether he knew that it was going on or not, he did not take the initiative and check. So by him not doing that, that puts just as much fault on him as what it does. Well, not just as much fault, because she's the one that actually did the deed, and he's the one that didn't prevent it from happening. But I wanted to let me see if I can't find it real quick, sis. But I wanted to shit. Let me come over here, and then I'm gonna go. You know what I want to. Give me just a second, because it actually shows a picture of where the kids slept, and it looks like a tomb. It looks like a vault, because the outside, it looks like a hidden room where if you didn't know that it was there, you wouldn't realize that there was a room there. And if I can find it, I'm going to hold it up here so you guys can see it. Hopefully it's clear enough for y'all to see. Oh shit. I've got a video, sis. You want to play it? Here, let me come up here to
That depends. What's your video?
um
Because I have a video of the father's interview.
no, I have a video of the police raid that shows the kids' room.
Okay. I will go find that.
Okay,
I'll find the father's interview real quick.
okay. I'll share it to you.
Okay. Yeah, because this is something.
Things in the court of law. Okay, you have the right to an attorney or to have him or her present while questioning. If you cannot afford to hire one will be hired to represent you. If you decide to answer questions, you can stop at any time. Okay, do you understand your rights?
I do.
Okay, do you wish to speak to me now?
Well, I want to pick up my kids.
How about this? We're going to ask you some questions, and if you don't want to answer them, you just say, hey, man, I'm not going to answer that.
Sure.
And
So just say, hey, I'm not going to talk. That's not beneficial to you, and then we're done. There's no way, and we're nowhere. And
Sure.
you understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so just for starters, what was your full name?
Kevin William Frankie.
How to spell that?
KEVINWILLIAMFRANKE.
And what's your date of birth? What's a good address for you?
I'm not comfortable giving my address right now.
Okay, but you do live in Springville?
I do.
How long have you lived in Springville for?
I moved there in 2007 with my family, so
Okay.
what's
And
that,
how many-
17 years.
17. And how many kids do you have, Kevin?
I have 6 kids.
And what are their names?
I was like, what the hell?
Look, I don't know what happened. The sound kept cutting out. I don't. Look, I don't know. Okay, no idea. Like I said, it's a trial and error with me over here.
No, I just sent it to Tim.
Oh, I don't know why you send it to him for.
Isn't he the one that's logged in? You have to be able to pull it up all his.
What is it? Is it on YouTube?
Yes.
Did you send it on Messenger or what?
Yes. You want me to give you what the name of it is? Did you find it?
Hang on. Oh, right there.
We'd like to apologize to everybody if this is your first time coming in tonight.
It's usually not like this.
This isn't how the Birdman Show typically operates. Please come back another night. Give us another chance. I hate if this is your first experience with us because I'm always like this. But the Birdman usually never shuts up and always has something to say, and I'm drowning.
He's a lot better at this than I am. I'm not even gonna. He's way better.
Right there, he's trying to make the Red Sox walk by again.
He already saw you. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the video, hopefully, of the police raid.
Turn the volume on.
It's on.
Okay.
I don't know why it ain't that. I don't understand. Look, I don't understand why there's no sound.
Hey, you see
Okay,
that? You see that safe right there? That is a room. Oh, no. You're good, sis. I remember this part of it is muted. There's no sound on this part of the video.
Okay.
See, that's how she kept her key with a safe door. Because you look in, you see the refrigerator. There's a bed right there. That's a pull-down bed. See? There's a toilet, a sink, and then cabinets. But of course, everything's empty.
Because she went and cleaned it out.
No. She made sure that if the kids were on restrictions, that they did not get anything extra in their room. I want to say E, the daughter, she would sneak drinks of water. And the way that she would sneak drinks of water was when she was in the shower, she would let water run in her mouth, or whenever she was brushing her teeth, she would let water run down her throat. And her mom or Jodi, one of them, caught on to this, and oh yes, I'm so sorry. There are going to be triggers. Thank you, Alicia.
Trigger warning. Sorry, a little late.
Right. But it was, I don't remember if it was Jodi or Ruby that noticed that she was doing this. So she started being supervised while she was taking a shower. She was supervised while she was brushing her teeth. But yes, that's how she kept her kids in their rooms. Was she put a bank door on the outside so they could not leave that room.
All right. We're going to go ahead and take another quick commercial break because that just, oh, that made my, that made my tummy turn on just a little bit. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break and then we will be right back.
Hey, it's the Birdman here, and I have a question for you. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? If so, have you heard about Spotify for podcasters and why it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place? Allow me to explain. Spotify for podcasters has the tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone, tablet, or computer. And when hosting on Spotify for podcasters, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. It's really everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And the best thing about it, it's totally free. So what are you waiting for? Go to podcasters.spotify.com to get started. And just tell them a little birdie told you. A Birdman, that is.
All right. And we are back with the Birdman Show. We are talking about the Momfluencer, Ruby Frankie. If you haven't heard of her, sit down and buckle up because this is crazy. She's, he ain't here, so we Ace, we got to do it. So we did it at the beginning of the show, but we're gonna go ahead and do it now. So everybody do it with me one time.
Oh no, we've already done it.
No, that's how we're doing it.
We have to do it with us again.
What?
We've already done it one time.
So?
Yeah,
Look, this is the Desi show right now, okay? I think the
Whatever.
Birdman show no more.
Yeah.
I done it over.
This is Brother and Sitter show.
There you go. All right. So if you guys have been here the whole time, you just saw the video that we played, showing what kind of conditions those kids were sleeping in. Look, I have a queen size bed with a dresser and 2 closets in my room, and I feel like that is cramped. I could not imagine sleeping in something like that. I mean, it'd be all right for like a fallout shelter, storm shelter, but to house your kids? I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, so back to this weird case. Got all sorts of notifications popping up. So
right, Mom?
Yeah. Correct. I set up for a zombie apocalypse, but not to starve and abuse your children. Like I don't look there. I ain't even gonna lie. There's been times where I have just wanted to, some kids, especially with me working at a school, but I could never remotely begin to imagine or fathom doing something like that to a child, let alone your own flesh and blood child that you went through who knows how many hours of labor and pain and everything to have that kid just for you to turn around and do some stuff like that. I just don't. They're in Utah, Pokey, Utah.
They're in Mormon capital of the United States.
Yep, in Utah. They were each sentenced to 4 consecutive sentences of 1 to 15 years.
And I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Nope.
Because the math ain't mathing here.
The brain ain't braining.
4 consecutive, not 4 concurrent. If it was 4 concurrent, then they would serve all 4 of them concurrently, which would mean at the same time. They were 4 consecutive sentences. Each occur- each occurrence was 1 to 30 years. 1 to 15 years per occurrence. Then why is it 4 to 30? It should be 4 to 60. If it's 1 to 15 and you go from 1 to 4, you don't go from 15 to 30.
I mean, you might.
Only in Utah.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Utah math, I tell you.
The daughter was 10, by the way.
Okay. Well, you close. You said 9.
Yeah. She was, I just saw it. She was actually 10. And the boy was 12. I was just reading the arrest and the charges part of it, and it says in there.
That's what I don't understand is it goes from 1 to 15 per charge.
But they were charged with 6 counts.
Well, in the state of Utah, they can only be charged with 4 at a time because 4 is the max that they can be charged with. So 2 more wouldn't have changed their jail time. But obviously 2 more didn't change, or 4 more didn't change their jail time anyway. Hello, Amber, because
What? I'm sorry. I'm reading, and it said police later reported that according to the boy, cayenne pepper and honey had been used to dress his wounds.
I already done told you that.
Okay, look, did I have Birdman over here in my ear?
Possibly.
Okay, then. So to me, that's new information. Okay.
Yeah, they would put the cayenne pepper and honey on his wounds before they wrapped him with duct tape.
It's
But yeah, that was the point where I looked at you and said, "Are you frozen?"
yeah, no, that he was definitely in my ear at that point.
It'd been going on for, they say 3 years, Mama, but I say it was longer than that. And I'll give my reasonings. I feel like this is an episode of You Be the Judge, and I'm going to render my verdict. The bitch didn't get enough time.
Facts.
No, fuck the language, Pokey. Or are we supposed to apologize for the language? No. This is every damn show. Yes, Mama, they work in schools.
Yep.
She pulled him out of school for something. I don't remember what she pulled him out of school for. But she pulled him out of school and decided to homeschool them.
So it says, I don't know where you found your stuff, but here it says that she pleaded guilty to 4 counts of aggravated child abuse. She later pleaded not guilty to 2 other counts. That's why she was only charged with 4. Because she pleaded not guilty to 4, or pleaded guilty to 4 of them, but not guilty to the other 2.
Well, it couldn't be 6 because the other 2 were already out of the house.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm about to finish reading.
It was just on those 2 children, if I'm not mistaken. While she's reading, I don't know what the hell I'm going to say because I've been focused here and not here. So I'm going to let her read for a little bit.
No, you're fine. So Hildebrandt did the same thing. It says Hildebrandt separately. Hold on. Sorry. Rewind. Let's back that up. So the factual basis mentioned an incident of Frankie forcing her son to work outdoors over several weeks with inadequate protection, resulting in severe sunburns, and claims that the children were possessed. We already talked about that. No. Frankie agreed to serve a prison sentence and to serve her respective sentences consecutively rather than concurrently. She was expected to testify against Hildebrandt
Yes.
in Hildebrandt's upcoming trial, but Hildebrandt separately pleaded guilty to 4 counts of felony aggravated child abuse on December 27th, with 2 charges dropped as part of another plea deal on February 20th, 2024. Frankie received 4 consecutive sentences of between 1 and 15 years imprisonment, meaning she must serve a minimum term of 4 years, although the maximum term that could be imposed for all sentences would be 60 years. The Utah Code dictates that the time served by a defendant upon whom consecutive sentences are imposed must not exceed 30 years. So the most that they're going to get is 30 years.
Yeah, because I was going to say there's my informations right there.
Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was reading on.
On there it says 4 to 30. If I could hold the shit straight, y'all might be able to see it.
Yeah, because it says that they are not imposed, must not exceed 30 years, except in circumstances of life imprisonment or the death penalty, which they should have got one. The exact term she will serve will be decided by the Utah Board of Pardons and Parole.
Yes. Because I mean,
And she was a member of a church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints.
Saints, yes. Now, um, one of the other things that she did to torture the kids was on a hot day, she would have them go out barefoot and jump on the trampoline. What you may not understand,
Whew, that
yes,
hurts.
a trampoline is a device of fun, but just God, it's a special place for them. No, mama. No, mama. Lucy has a special place for them. Did he sneak in the window?
No, they're out there trying, like I said, they're trying to fix this car, which I'm hoping they get it working because only having one car is not. Sorry, hold on. Sorry, I'm like choking on my own spit. Only having one car is for the birds, especially with him doing physical therapy.
Okay, but if you put a child on a trampoline in 110-degree weather in Utah, where they're up on a fucking mountain and there's no trees, no shade, no nothing, and make them jump on that trampoline for hours on end, they're going to develop blisters because that's how hot that tarp is going to be. Yes, it can get really hot there. Oh my God, we'll send them there. We all have to be judged. I'm the only one who can judge me, mama. And I already know where I've been judged to go. No. All right, but yes. I told you this was going to be a short fucking show. He didn't get his ass in here. I mean, the fucking show going to be over before he get in here because we done covered almost everything.
Yeah, probably. Pretty much.
I mean,
which I told him, I was like, this. He was like, when you're ready to end it, just end it. I guess I was like, okay, but
what part of Utah? It was Irvins, Utah.
Yes.
Absolutely, mama. In just your underwear. We're almost done, Alicia Faye. I mean, for reals, we're almost done. I mean, if you have to excuse yourself, by all means, we understand. But one of the last things that I want to say is Ruby Frankie, after she got arrested, she still felt as though she was being treated unfairly. Hello. But she still felt like she was being treated unfairly. That all she was doing was trying to discipline her children, getting the demons out of them, and all this and that. But they say that the longer that she stayed away from Ruby Frankie, the more lucid she became. So she had actually gotten to the point where, like Sitter over here said, she was willing to testify against Jodi Hildebrandt, saying that it was her fault on why things got to the way that they did. Oh, but wait.
There's more.
I beg to differ. Because it is said that her show started in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't meet Hildebrandt until 2020. And it was before 2020 whenever all of this shit started, with her saying stuff about one day her daughter called to say that she forgot to pack a lunch. And on broadcast, she made the announcement that she was just going to have to go hungry today. Not, I'll make one and bring it right up to her like a good mother would. She's just going to have to go hungry. Or to make her I want to say it was her oldest, not R, but her oldest son, sleep on a beanbag for 3 months. And he announced that on her broadcast. He's like, yeah, me not sleeping in a bed for the last 3 months. And all the other kids join in and say, yeah, you've slept in a beanbag. And she's like, that's not stuff that needs to be said on here. So I mean,
Well, don't do this stuff if you don't want it aired out.
Exactly. But this was all happening before Jodi Hildebrandt came into the picture. So the way that she was acting prior to Jodi Hildebrandt was maybe a tamer version of what Jodi brought out in her, but she was already doing it. Jodi just gave her the platform to be able to do it to a different level. So yes, Jodi Hildebrandt was part of the reason why it happened, but not the full reason, because like I said, it was already happening before Jodi came into the picture.
Yeah, and then I was reading where it says the agreement also stated that Hildebrandt either physically forced or coerced Frankie's daughter to jump into a cactus multiple times. Into a cactus.
I did not
hear
or see that one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. There's another part in here where it says, oh, gosh dang it, I just read it. Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Even before the criminal charges, Frankie was criticized on YouTube for her harsh punishments towards her children, including once banning one of her children from his bedroom for 7 months.
7 months.
7 months because he played a prank on his younger brother.
That was where he
The
had
YouTube channel, yeah, so
his,
her YouTube channel ended after 7 years, which we already knew that. So Kevin, sorry, there's some creepy guy at my window. Um, s- Kevin appeared in court Friday alongside Frankie's 2 oldest children. While speaking from the stand, Frankie apologized to her former husband. "You're the love of my life," she said. "The ending of our marriage is a tragedy." But the abuse to your children was not?
exactly.
Okay, cool. So her parents and brother both filed statements with the court ahead of her sentencing, blaming Hildebrandt's influence for her actions. Frankie's brother, Bo Griffiths, said that he had also been enrolled in Hildebrandt's Connections program.
Oh, yeah. 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 Go ahead, Senator.
And then, at the continued encouragement of Miss Hildebrandt, Ruby systematically pushed those around her away. First, um, this is coming from her brother. Okay. First myself, then our sisters, parents, and close friends, and then her husband, and finally her own children, Griffith said in part. Ruby has clearly been brainwashed, and she has been taken advantage of by Miss Hildebrandt. So even her family is putting this all off on Hildebrandt.
Well, her 3 sisters are momfluencers too.
Yeah,
And
they were some kind of something. I just read
you're just as bad as
that.
both.
Look,
Cut off
okay.
in the middle of talking. Well, I guess
They're
I
it's also parenting influence. They disassociated themselves from her actions in a joint statement and later in individual videos.
yes. Now,
Uh,
along with her association with Connections didn't do too many connections. They had a bigger reputation of um, creating failed marriages because apparently Jodi was going around telling the wives that their husbands were impudent or cheating or doing this atrocity or that atrocity. And the wives believed Jodi. And I mean, even after all of this came out, the wives still divorced their husbands. So, I mean, it's like it was a matter of she just brought negativity with her everywhere she went.
I I have no words. Like I literally I have no words whatsoever as to what to even I don't. I just don't. I don't know what to say. Like,
I do have to remind everybody that um, if you see either one of us up here on the panel laughing, it is not because we find the topic to be something to laugh about. It's
definitely not.
because we have to laugh so that we're not consumed. Because with us doing this every week, we become part of the story that we tell, and we take a little piece of the story with us after every episode. And the way that we are able to cope with doing that every week is with our humor. I mean, with son of a bitch, I dropped it again. With her over there stammering over her words, I'm laughing at her because I'm the exact same way. This got dumped in my lap, and I'm like,
I have to run a podcast that I have no idea what I'm doing. So, I
right.
mean, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. I hope the viewers really enjoy this because you will probably never see me on this screen again. I will tell you that right now. I sit in the background. Nope.
But I was saying something, and now you squirreled me.
Sorry. Talking about the laughing at me, stammering over my words, not at the case.
Past that. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I want you guys to think that we're laughing because we take the context of this subject as a joke, because it is very serious what we're talking about, and we have to make light of it or we will let it consume us eventually. So I just wanted to make sure that I gave you that bit of disclosure at the end of the show. Since you've seen us laughing throughout the entire thing. What?
Right, that's because, it's the brother sister vibe. Did you read the part or did you mention the part where her son was pushed into water and she held her hand over his nose and his mouth?
No, I did not either.
Yeah, she did. That was her way of baptizing, apparently. But her quote was, "It's a big day for evil."
It's a big day for evil.
Yes.
So
that was actually in her entry to her journal that I have found. Says that her son was possessed by a demon, which we went through that. And in one entry from July 11th of 2023, she wrote that it was a, quote, big day for evil, end quote, and described an incident where her son was pushed into water and she held her hand over his nose and his mouth. She wrote that she did that to help the boy. In another entry, Frankie called her daughter manipulative and described how she forced the girl to stand in the rain for 2 hours.
Wow.
In February, I'm assuming February this year, she received the 4 separate prison sentences for the 1 to 15 years. But it's crazy to me because if you think about it, if she started her YouTube in 2015, correct?
Yes.
Okay. They didn't get arrested until 2023.
They didn't get arrested in 2023. They're not until February of this year.
I know, but what I'm saying is you figure, I guarantee you she was abusing those kids when she started YouTube.
Yes, I agree.
So you're figuring, what is that? 2015 to 2023? It's 5,
That's
6,
years.
7, 8 years.
Jeff, take your shoes off for that.
No. Counted with my fingers under my arms. Thank you. Anyways, but still, like 8 years. 8 years of putting those babies through that. And for anybody who's just joining, because I know there's a couple that came in late, when I say babies, I literally mean babies. They were 10 and 12. They were babies.
And this was in 2023.
Yeah.
Whenever we first started the show, the youngest was 2. 2 and 4 in 2015. Whenever she first started her Momfluencer YouTube page.
She I want to make a road trip to Utah. In July 12th, 2023, another entry, Frankie wrote that she cut her daughter's hair off and her, doused her with water in the dog wash. Look, my dogs don't even like that dog wash. Okay? My dogs freak out when I take them to the dog wash. Okay, cool. Let's do it. We'll get a train going. We'll just all load up in a big bus. E said that she wanted to run away. Jodi told E that she has no idea what is waiting for her. And it also says, oh, cool. All right, Amber. Let's do it. Prosecutors, which I don't know exactly where it is, but prosecutors also released police body camera videos and photos, interrogation tapes. And then the in-home, of course, security video from October 30th, Frankie's son asked a neighbor if he could do 2 favors. So, like, that's just...
Now, something. See, here we go, coming around the block, remembering shit that I wanted to say earlier. That's how we're going to make this show last, because I'm going to remember my damn. Whenever they said that they found E and that she was emaciated, the only way they get her to talk to them was whenever they mentioned food. And they said, "Are you hungry?" And she nodded her head. They said, "Would you like a pizza?" And she nodded her head again. So they ordered her a pizza. She ate that whole fucking pizza. They ordered her another pizza. She ate half of that pizza. 10-year-old little girl ate a pizza and half of another one. And I'm wanting to say that the second one was so she ate a medium pizza and half of a large. Tell me that child wasn't hungry.
That child was probably starved to death.
Yes. Now I'm sure she probably got sick after that, because after being starved for so long and then eating that much in one sitting, she probably had after effects from that. But hey, she got fucking food and didn't have to do anything for it. And she didn't eating however much she wanted to.
It says that during her sentencing, she apologized to her children. I believed dark was light and right was wrong. She said, "I would do anything in this world for you. I took from you all that was soft and safe and good." Girl. Hildebrandt said she hoped the children would be able to heal physically and emotionally. "One of the reasons I did not go to trial is because I did not want them to emotionally relive the experience, which would have been detrimental to them," she said. "My hope and prayer is that they will heal and move forward to have beautiful lives."
Yeah, after all the years of therapy that they're going to have to go through.
Lots of it. Because, well, I'm telling you, what? Keep forgetting there's 2 different mice on this thing. I don't know. I was trying to see if I could actually find a list of what exactly, besides, the duct tape and stuff like that, of what exactly she did, but I cannot find anything.
Well, she tied him up with ropes. she handcuffed them.
Because I know they had duct tape on them and they had open wounds. Okay. Get out of that. I'm doing something real quick. Hang on. I'm about to fix this up.
I brought up something that shows like page after page after page of her diary. Like I told R that he is God. I invite him to fast and pray. R is in something possession. He is workable and calm, or then angry, defiant. The rest, I don't know, because part of it's cut off, so it's not showing the whole thing. What are you doing, Sitter?
Okay. Real quick before we leave this, I'm going to pull up the 911 transcript call. From the neighbor. The boy. Oh boy.
Your emergency. Okay, and the phone number you're calling from. Tell me exactly what happened.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he said he just came from a neighbor's house, and we know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He's emaciated. He's got tape around his legs. He's hungry, and he's thirsty.
Okay. Is your door locked?
No, I'm sitting outside with him on the front patio.
Okay, cool.
And he asked us to call the police. So he's very afraid. What's your last name? He's 12 years old. So yeah.
Okay, and do you have his date of birth?
Can you tell me your birthday?
Okay, and are the neighbors out of their home, or is anybody looking for them that you can see?
No. Our homes are far enough away. I'm not sure. How did you get out of the house?
Porch. He went out.
He says he just left through the porch at the neighbor's house. Her name is Jodi Hildebrandt, and she lives 2 doors up the street.
Out here in
out here in Cayenne, the houses are far apart, so he walked just under a block to get to our house. He rang my doorbell and asked me to call the police.
Does he seem to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
I don't think so, but he's very thirsty and
Need an ambulance?
Well, I didn't even realize that you paused it. Shut it off. I figured that the question or the answer to that question was blocked.
No, a lot of them were. A lot of them. That's why it kept cutting out because it was blocking a lot of them, like the birth dates.
Absolutely, Tabby.
But I just don't. I've been trying to get his attention to figure out how he wants me to end this, and I ain't getting nothing out of it.
All right. Well, just so everybody knows, like I said earlier, we do this every Wednesday. We are currently on episode 10. So today marks halfway through season 3. Next week, we are doing the Coffin Confessor, and that one is going to be with Carrie, Fury Storm Carrie. Hey, what's up, lug nut? And I'm that one's going to be fun too. So don't forget that immediately following they do that to protect the kids. Yes, I know. Yes, sir.
Yo, what is up, everybody? How you doing? Sorry, I've been out.
Start the show or nothing. We've been struggling with this whole son of a bitch for the last hour and a half.
Look, my bad. Look, I got to get the car fixed. Like this, see, this one car having household crap is for the birds. Not doing that anymore. But yeah, hey, the Birdman is here. Yay, Birdman call. So I didn't get a chance to catch much of it. I apologize. Like I said, once again, I apologize. Thought we were gonna have this done earlier, but it ran over. Ace, how do you feel the show went? Other than the fact you feel like you guys were struggling.
Well, the fuck, yeah. What the fuck? You ending the show?
Yeah.
I'm pissed. I am pissed beyond belief because I had all this information in my head and how I was going to present it, and then you was going to give me information. I was going to feed off of that, and then you're like, "This is what I need," and I'm like,
Yeah. Hey, but you already know how I do, man. I don't ever I keep you on your toes, bro. Even though the Birdman show is a constructed, it has a lot of detail. It has a lot of structure to it. It's also very unstructured because you never know what's going to go on in the Birdman's life. Because I'm a free bird. All right, I soar with the eagles.
just so you know, it was not the Birdman show today.
It was a show.
it was the Brother and Sitter show.
Oh, okay. That sounds like some backwoods stuff. So,
well, yes,
we'll definitely refrain from doing that again, or at least change the title of it. I'm just saying. My bad. Yeah. Listen, I'm very thankful for Des stepping in. I definitely appreciate her. Definitely appreciate you too. You were you told, okay, where were you at on remarks? Were you just telling everybody about the trivia and everything?
That's where I was. Yes.
Okay.
I was letting everybody know what next week was going to be, and then I was getting to the trivia. Normally, it's right after the podcast, but it's going to be a little bit after the podcast. It is. Let's see. It is currently 7:34 Central, and it starts at 8 Central. So don't get too comfortable after you guys leave the podcast and go sit down and get into a movie or whatever, because I'm still going live in 26 minutes.
Yeah. Definitely going live. You definitely want to come check that out. Like I said all the time, Tyler Perry for the win. That's how we do it with the Tyler Perry. Don't forget tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time. Once again, we're doing the Birdman Show recap. Should be an interesting recap since I wasn't on the show.
Since you don't know what the fuck we talked about.
Yeah. So if you want to know what I would have said, for this episode. Join into the recap
tomorrow.
I'll have all my notes for that. So we'll actually get into a very good recap on tomorrow. So yeah, definitely come join us on the Birdman Show on TikTok for the live recap show tomorrow at 6 p.m. And don't forget, if you want to be a subscriber and donate to the Birdman Show, definitely go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/the Birdman Show. We are on Discord. I am never going to read this link out, so I will leave it up as long as possible. Write it down, go to it. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing the whole alphabet. So definitely go check us out with anything with all that good stuff. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. Now, if you guys like the Birdman Show, yes, I'm going to do a little self promo here. If you guys like the Birdman Show and you're into sports, you definitely want to come check out this guy here as I switch personas and go over to Coach T and join us on the Hey Coach podcast. Right now, that's going to be Mondays, roughly about the same time, 6 o'clock, 6:15, because I am doing that show with one of my good Army buddies, who also I played with on our all Army basketball team, and we coached together. So love this man. He's an awesome dude, but he's in Houston, and where he works, it takes him anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to get home. So, like I said, roughly about that 6:15 time. And we'll be doing that on Mondays. Like I said, we'll have more information to come out. We did an impromptu show this past Monday, which I did enjoy. And so hopefully, if you guys, like I said, if you like that, definitely come over and check us out. And that's over on the Hey Coach podcast, which actually don't worry about going to that one right now because I'm gonna have to change the name. Come to find out, do you know there's like over 97 different Hey Coach podcasts that are in existence right now? And that's just one variation of it. So I'm about to change the name and you guys get to hear it live here. It's just going to go over to Birdman Sports. So I get to keep the little logo up there. You see in this inside there and just change that to from studios to sports. So yeah, that is a live, in your face, live comment there. Yeah, so like I said, I am very what? Did a screenshot of what?
Your Discord.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Woo, okay. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. I thought something else happened. I was like, well, God, Lord Jesus, what happened?
I'm asking.
First of all, Mama Bear, what are you talking about?
Whenever you was on the side, Mr. Green Goblin.
What are you talking
about? Whatever.
That wasn't. What? That was not me, and you can't prove it.
Yeah, we can. You've got the same fucking hat on.
What? You know how many of these hats are in existence?
In that household?
2. I have another one just like this. Anyways,
you need to send me an invite to your Discord and make me an admin so I can change your damn name.
For what?
To make it Discord/Birdman Show instead of Discord/
Hey, that's the link they gave me. All right, that's the link they gave me. I didn't go. I'm new to all this stuff. I'm trying to figure it out. Leave me the freak alone, okay? I'm doing all kind of stuff right now. I'm freaking doing the. Oh Lord, she just sent me the screenshot. Oh, you sent me a screenshot of. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, good job, Terry. Appreciate that, Mom Bear. But yeah, she sent me the screenshot of it, so that's awesome. But yeah, where my hat that looks. There you go. See, there you go. We got all kind of people giving here. Yes, I saw the text. Thank you very much, Mama Bear. I do appreciate that. Ace, do you have anything else you would like to tell the wonderful people before you get out of here? Since you're yeah, you guys did a good job. You guys did a good job. Other than a few things, I had to try to coach Dez on the fly. I thought you guys did a good job. Some of this stuff is relatively easy. However, if you're not familiar with it, it can be a little daunting. And I basically gave her a crash course literally 2 minutes before the show started. So what did you say?
I said literally.
Yeah, literally, because Ace was sitting right there in the studio while I was telling her everything to do. So I thought she did a pretty good job. And with the far as about putting the videos up, that's one of the times I came here and was standing on the side and I was telling her how to do that while Ace was talking. So good job talking, Ace.
I told her, I said,
You
why is
helped
he
us.
standing over there telling you what to do? Tell him to get his ass in that fucking chair and do it.
Dude, I have to get that car going.
I
That
didn't
is
mean you had
top
to
part.
stay
I'm
there,
sorry,
but I was like,
it is a big priority. But after it's in, I should be good to go. So yeah, we won't have this problem. Well, not that problem. We'll probably have a few other problems. Because that's just the way this works. That's just the way. What the heck is that? Is that Cookie Monster? What
laughing.
the heck is that? Or is that I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Anyways, I and like I said, I definitely want to thank everybody. Did you have anything else you want to say, Ace?
Nope.
You said nope. Okay, no problem. Okay, well, definitely we're gonna get out of here. Like I said, join us next week. What's the topic for next week again?
Next week is Coffin Confessor.
Coffin Confessor. That's with Mama Bear, right?
No, that is with Fury Storm.
Oh, Fury Storm did that one?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. What the heck is this? Octopus red waving. Is that looks like pink poop emoji. That's awesome. What the devil is that? Okay, it seems like our audience members are possessed. Thank you very much, guys. I will make sure we'll send a young priest and old priest to your respective residences, and we'll get this taken care of. Yes. So join us next week. Well, first join us tomorrow for the Birdman Show recap at 6 p.m. Central Time, and then of course join us next week on the Birdman Show as we'll be talking about the Coffin Confessor. Hopefully, we'll have Fury Storm with us on for that one. Should be fun, very interesting. I have not done any research for it. I think I might not do it just because I want to see what Carrie's research actually is, and I'll just respond to it after that. Plus, I just don't want to do any research. Anyways, okay, we want to thank you once again for joining the Birdman Show. I had to come on and give you guys a little bit of comedy since I wasn't on earlier. It's all good. I do apologize, but hey, you gotta take care. You got to take care of what you gotta take care of. But like I said, I want to thank Desiree for stepping in for me. I want to thank my co-host Ace. I want to thank you out there for watching and putting up with us in these crazy times doing this crazy show. I love it. I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you guys next week on the Birdman Show. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Psych!